Always very popular, so we're going to get through as many as we can. We've got Carol on the line now. So, Carol, you fell off stage, didn't you?
I did. That was about a year ago. I fell off during Drum rehearsals.
Oh, gosh.
And I woke up in hospital to be told I'd got a new hip. That was the next thing I knew. And I lost my husband as well about 7 years ago, and I used to be involved, and that was why I was in the Drum Society as part of a lot of other things. But I find now that I've been left with anxiety for that year, and it's holding me back from getting back to all the things that I used to do. I do go out, but it's always very difficult. I'm always very anxious.
All right.
Very outgoing person.
OK. So, Carol, you say you do go out, but basically you're anxious all the time when you are out. Is that right?
There's always that in the background, yes, and before I go out, it really builds up, yeah.
OK. So, and this all started when you fell off stage and you woke up in hospital, basically?
That's right, yeah.
Just give me an indication, when you think about that memory of you falling off stage and waking up in hospital, on an anxiety scale 0 to 10, how distressing is that?
Oh, that's getting up to 9 to 10, yeah.
OK. So, basically, what's happened here is that anxiety is a normal human function to protect us from danger. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And we all experience anxiety at some point in our lives, but what you're actually doing in that moment when you woke up in hospital and you had this thought process to say, I never want to feel like this again, please protect me from this, what you've actually done, you've linked the fear of that whole situation to now. So basically, the only time that you feel safe is when you're at home, because you've linked it to being outside and being unsafe. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
OK. So just to confirm, prior to this you didn't suffer from anxiety, but now you do because of this. So let me ask you, in the years of your life, how many times have you fallen off a stage?
Once.
OK. I'm glad you're laughing, because falling off a stage once doesn't represent your life, does it?
No, it doesn't.
And if I can add there that when we're little and we're learning to walk, you will have fallen over lots of times. And guess what you did?
What did you do, Eva?
What did you do when you fell over when you were little?
I'd get up, cry a little bit and have my knee dabbed with iodine, I think, and get on with it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But the shock of this time waking up in hospital made it slightly different, and therefore you've essentially, on an unconscious level, you said, please protect me from this happening again, and therefore you protect yourself from going outside. But where is the real danger, Carol?
Well, there's danger all around, but, I mean, it's unpredictable, isn't it? That was an accident.
But the fact is, in all your life, the only accident that you had was falling off the stage. You know, so essentially, if I would say, don't go near a stage, then you're perfectly OK. But to fall off the stage, you must have probably tripped over something.
I did. A piece of wood, I think it was. I don't really know. I just remember crashing to the floor. OK. So what I would say, if you consider when you fell over as a child, but you decided to get up and get on with it, in the same way, I'd like you to look at this in the same way, in the fact that you fell off the stage, OK, you broke your hip, but your hip's OK, you're now healed, and you know, get back on with your life.
Don't blame the outside, really, for the fact that there was a piece of wood there. So, you know, it was down to a stage, so you could avoid stages, or before next time you go on stage, just make sure there's no pieces of wood there.
Right, yeah.
There you go. I'm glad you're laughing now.
Carol, is that enough for you to help yourself get back out there, give it a try?
Well, I hope so. I do hope to get back.
Do you feel any different? Does that feel any difference?
I'm beginning to feel a little bit more relieved, I think. Yeah.
If you look back at that memory, Carol, when you know, that started this off, does that feel different? You said it was 9 out of 10 anxiety?
Yeah, I think it's reduced a little bit, yeah.
OK, we'll leave that with you then. I think you'll find out.
Give it a try, Carol. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.